Good afternoon, everyone. It's Wellerzilla, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're talking about two tropical storms being linked and a brief discussion about Hurricane Genevieve. And I do want to apologize for not uploading lately. I have had some pretty significant technical difficulties, but we're going to be posting those every other day as those technical difficulties look like they have passed. Before I do start, I do ask that you do hit that red subscribe button down below and make sure to hit that notification bell icon. We are at 33 subscribers in 2 weeks, and to me that is just crazy. And so I do want to say thank you guys so much. And make sure to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video up to 5 likes, and make sure to share it with your family and friends. I do want to know how many tropical storms we're going to be getting this year. Let me know down in the comments, and I will be answering those. So here is the NOAA's 2-day outlook. So you can see here is 98. L invest, and here is 97L. Looks like 98 it is going to be more pronounced. It's going to be a bigger storm, and then the 97 it go over land, and it has fallen apart, so I don't think that's going to become anything, maybe a weak tropical storm. But other than that, I do think our main concern is going to have to be 98. We'll see what happens. You can see it does have around 60% or an 80% chance actually to form in the next 2 days. And then here is the 5-day outlook. It is sitting on around a high 90% that if it does form, right here. And then here is where tropical, or not tropical, 97L invest is. So first we're talking about invest 97L. So you can see here is one of the model guidance. See, not a lot of models on this, just because I don't think it's going to be going anywhere. I do think it's going to kind of go over this peninsula right here and then fall apart, and then just because due to the land there, I think that the land will kind of tear this storm apart. Here is the intensity guidance. So you can see a couple of models do have it becoming a tropical storm. One model has it going all the way up to a Category 2. That will not happen. I do have it becoming a very weak tropical storm, and then it kind of falling apart in the probably around 72 to 84 hours. So here we're going to look at some satellite imagery. You can see lots of convection down here. Convection is thunderstorms within these storms. You can see down here on the right side we're looking at around -70 on the scale, and then looks like kind of a little area of convection starting to form up here. But other than that, it's not very pronounced. I don't think this will form in anything, maybe a little later down the road. But other than that, I don't see this forming at all. So here is the water vapor. You can see back on the previous slide, here is that one area of convection that is kind of starting to fire off, and then there's a little that area up here as well. But other than that, not much water vapor as of right now. We'll have to watch that southern side of the storm. Let's see what happens with kind of what's going to form. So here is my forecast. I do have this becoming a very weak tropical storm, with a tropical depression starting to form around 35 miles per hour, and then it going up to 39, then it rapidly falling apart to 35, and then down to 30 to 33 miles per hour. Alright, so here now we're going to talk about the major storm that we're going to be tracking with Invest 98L. So you can see lots of models on this. It has everyone's concern. A lot of these models have it going straight into the Leeward Islands, into Puerto Rico. I think that's what's going to happen with the storm. It may turn right just a little bit, but I think there's a good chance it could turn right, but also I don't think it's going to hit Florida. I think it will fall apart before it gets there. Here's a GEFS, and you can see it does have the millibars on it. So around 48 hours, it's going to be at around 48 millibars, and then 96 hours, it's going to be at 1006. Now the GEFS is saying it will hit, kind of brush the Florida coast. That could very well happen. We just don't know. It's still kind of far out in advance. It is 192 hours out. So we're just gonna have to see with what's gonna happen with this. It's not even named yet, or a depression. It's still an area of formation that could form. Here is a GEPS model. You can see this model has it turning right. That's what I think is going to happen with models at around. It's going to start turning right at around 168 hours with the 998 millibars, but that's not even going to be its weakest point. It has it becoming a tropical storm at 216 hours, not tropical, a hurricane, and about 900 with 993 millibars. So here is the tropical tidbits satellite imagery. So you can see right here convection starting to form right here, and then here's where the major storm is. This part actually is kind of falling apart, or not falling apart, but kind of brushing away. The main storm is right here, and here with the water, here's the entire storm. As you can see right here, it looks like this part right here is kind of being pushed out, and here is the main area that we're looking at, and maybe the low pressure system maybe trying to form right around here. And here is the 98L model intensity guidance. You can see it does have it becoming a tropical storm in the next 12 hours, and a couple of models have it becoming a Category 1 hurricane, others with Category 2s, and then others maybe with the ship model, it becoming a Category 3. Here's my forecast. Here you can see in the top right corner, I do have the wind speed requirements for it to become a tropical storm or a hurricane. So I first have it becoming a tropical storm with 60-mile-per-hour winds, next with 70 miles per hour, and then I do have it becoming a Category 1 hurricane with 74-mile-per-hour winds, right as it's hitting the northern part of the Leeward Islands, and then I do have it turning right and kind of missing the Florida shore, maybe like a track of what Hurricane Isaias. There's my forecast. And then here is what the tropical index or intensity is. So these reds are highly favorable for storms to intensify. So you can see right here is our main concern. And here is somewhere around the 98L, somewhere right around here. So you can see it's kind of in highly favorable or favorable conditions. It's going to be approaching right as it hits parts of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. Here is the moisture in the atmosphere. So you can see very moist waters. Right in here, and then if you see kind of drier air right around Puerto Rico. So it's going to be a matter of, will this storm survive this kind of drier air if it does go over Puerto Rico? But overall, the Atlantic is very moist. So now let's switch sides and go to the Pacific Ocean and talk about major Hurricane Genevieve. So you can see we do have tropical storm warnings and tropical storm watches along the peninsula. And it does have it reaching a major hurricane, which it already is. It is a Category 4 hurricane right now. And here are the key messages from NOAA. So the center of Genevieve is forecasted to move just west of the Baja California Peninsula, but it is still expected to cause tropical storm conditions across portions of southern Baja California. And these conditions are expected to begin Wednesday afternoon and could spread northwestward through Thursday. Large swells generated by Genevieve are affecting portions of the coast of southern Mexico and will spread northward along the coast of Mexico to the Baja California Peninsula by Wednesday. So it's saying, these winds are going to hit the Baja Peninsula, so if you're kind of in that area, you may want to prepare for some kind of stronger winds. And here is the wind speed probabilities. See, 90% chance with these tropical storm force winds in this area. This is where it will reach that major hurricane status. And then it does have it kind of falling apart with that 30% chance of tropical storm force wind probabilities. And then having it falling apart right around here. So you can see the Baja Peninsula will be receiving some of these winds. Here's the Baja Peninsula. See, look, maybe possibly at around 60 to around 30% chance of you getting some tropical storm force winds. Here are the arrival times. So it does have it hitting the Baja Peninsula. Winds starting to reach there at around Wednesday at 8 a.m. and then moving all the way. You rolling out. These winds will kind of end right along here around Thursday at around 8 p.m. So you could be seeing winds for about 24 hours, strong force winds. So you definitely want to prepare for that. So here is the satellite image. You can see a beautiful eye with Hurricane Genevieve right in here. Convection on the looks like the outer banks, and then something's trying to form or trying to intensify down there. But overall, it's a very beautiful eye, very pronounced. It's there. And here's where you can see the eye as well, right here, very clear. Lots of rain right here and along the coast right here. So Baja Peninsula, you will be receiving some rain with this. Don't be surprised that maybe some flooding is possible. But here is Hurricane Jenny's model intensity guidance. So right now it is a Category 4 hurricane with winds at around 100, I want to say 115, 120 miles per hour. I think what's happening, it's already Category 4 hurricane, and then it's going to fall apart due to that colder water that's in the Pacific right now. And that's here's the Hurricane Genevieve track guidance. So you can see most of these models are in agreement here. It does going to have it kind of going in a straight line and then having it fall apart once it hits those colder waters of the Pacific Ocean. Here is another track of the GEFS. So this model is kind of split. Models have it going out towards the right, others have it curving out towards the left. So, models are in agreement, but it looks like its lowest pressure is going to be around 981 millibars in about 72 hours, right as it's going right next to the peninsula. But here is the current stats or category for Hurricane Josephine. So the current pressure as of right now is at 950 millibars. Its max sustained winds, so these winds need to be withheld for 1 minute, are at 115 knots or at 130 miles per hour. Its current location on the latitude and longitude scale is at 18.4 north and 108.4 west, and its current movement is at northwest at 12 to 14 knots. That's going to do it for the video, everyone. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.